Good morning, good morning, good morning to you all. I want to welcome you to another awesome presentation with yours truly, Patrick O'Cheney. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys 6 tips on how to eat in order to lose weight. That's right, 6 tips on how to eat in order to lose weight. Now, of course, there are tons of tips and strategies that I can share with you on how to eat to lose weight. But I thought I condensed them to 6 exclusive tips for you guys to keep it very simple in order for you to implement them right away in your what? In your fitness program, okay? Now, before I get started though, I want to give a shout out to Kay, all right? Kay is the one that sent this list of questions. So I have them right here. So my goal today is, in order to be able to share these tips with you, I'm going to go ahead and answer each of every question that Kay sent in relating to how to eat in order to lose weight. Now, check this out, guys. Hopefully, you guys know by now that you've got to be eating the right way in order for you to lose weight, okay? I cannot emphasize this enough. I don't care what anybody tells you out there, you've got to be eating the right way in order for you to lose weight. And check this out. Also, do not fall for the trap that you can exercise your way out of eating badly. So what does that mean? You cannot out-train a bad eating habit. Okay, now check this out. How do I know this? Well, I've been a personal trainer now for over 15 years. And one of the mistakes that I see people make is they're like, you know what? I'm exercising so I can eat whatever I want. Guess what? It does not work like that, okay? You cannot eat whatever you want and think you're going to exercise, and lose weight. It does not work that way, guys. So check this out. So like I promised, I'm going to share with you 6 tips based on the questions sent in by Kay on how to eat to lose weight, okay? So without further ado, let's get rolling. So question number 1 that Kay sent in is, how much water should I drink daily to lose weight? How much water should I be drinking daily in order to lose weight? Now, that's a very, very good question, guys. So check this out. Before I answer that question, one thing you need to realize is that drinking water is very, very important, to all the functions of your body. In your body, there are a lot of chemical reactions that's going on the cellular level that requires the use of water. So the less water you drink and the more dehydrated you become, guess what? Those cellular functions are going to slow down, which means what? Your body is not going to perform optimally, all right? It's kind of like this, your car, okay? Your car requires what? It requires gas and requires engine oil. If you don't put engine oil in your car, or if you don't have enough gas in your car, guess what's going to happen? That car is going to break down. That's the same principle when it comes to drinking water and your body. All the functions of your body is going to slow down and ultimately break down if you don't drink enough water. Now, this also affects your metabolism, because guess what? Your metabolism has to do with functions on the cellular level. So if you're not drinking enough water, guess what? Your metabolism is going to slow down, guys. It's going to slow down. So just by drinking water alone, you increase the likelihood of your metabolism going up. And if you're trying to lose weight, guess what? It comes in very, very handy, guys. All right. So very important. You got to make sure you drink enough water every single day to A, for your body to function optimally, and B, to help raise your metabolism up. That way, what? That way you can lose weight even faster. Does that make sense, guys? If that makes sense to you, type that makes sense in the comment section below. All right, now, going back to Kay's question, well, how much water should you really drink? Well, guess what? How much water you drink is affected by A, your activity level, first of all, B, your age. Okay, your activity level, your age. And so, for example, if I have 2 people, person number A, what? Works out a lot. They exercise all the time. They run marathons. They do all these activities. Versus person number B just goes to work, comes home, and watches TV. Well, guess what? the amount of water each person is going to drink will be what? Completely different. All right? So you got to make sure you're drinking in accordance to your fitness level and your age. Now, if you don't already know this, as we age, especially after the age of 25, our metabolism slows down. So what does that mean? That means what? The requirement for how much water you drink also decreases. Now, what changes that is your activity level. Okay, now, with that being said, keeping that in mind, how much water should you be drinking? In general, as a rule of thumb, in general, you want to be drinking about half an ounce to 1 ounce per pound of body weight. Okay, half an ounce to 1 ounce of 1 ounce of water per pound of body weight. So what does that mean? So Kay, since you sending this question, Kay, if you, let's say for example, you weigh 150 pounds, well, guess what? You should be drinking about you should be drinking about 75 ounce, right, to 150 ounce of water on a given day. That's a rule of thumb, okay? But again, remember, how much more you drink or how much less you drink is affected by what? Your age and your what? Your activity level. Okay, does that make sense? Now, check this out though. You can drink too much water. Okay? You can drink too much water. So you want to avoid that. Now, how do you know you become overhydrated? Very simple. When you go, a simple way is when you go to the restroom and you go pee and your pee is totally clear, right? That's an indication that you have drank too much water. But yes, there is such thing as drinking too much water. But in general, most people don't drink enough water anyway, okay? So a rule of thumb, like I said, is half an ounce to 1 ounce of water, right, per pound of body weight. So again, use it as an example. If you weigh 150 pounds, it means what? You'll be drinking about 75 ounce to what? 150 ounce of water on a daily basis at minimum. All right, makes sense, guys? If that makes sense to you, type it. Makes sense in the comment section below. All right, cool. Now, before I move on, guys, I want to let you know, okay, if you guys do have questions about how to lose weight, how to get in shape, all right, and you want to send it in to me, you can type them in the comment section below or send them to me like Kay did, all right? So once again, I want to give a shout out to Kay for sending me this question. I appreciate it because I know if you have those questions, Kay, other people out there have similar questions, all right? Cool. So moving on. So question number 2 from Kay is, what type of foods to eat in order to lose weight? What type of food should I be eating in order to lose weight? Well, guess what? That's an awesome question, okay? Now, before I answer that question, I want to let you know, with each person is different. Again, based on their age, based on their health status, based on your activity level. You see what I'm saying? So what type of food should you be eating? Now, in general, you should be eating a balanced diet. In general, a balanced diet, right? So what does a balanced diet consist of? Very simple. A balanced diet consists of what? You have your fats, you have what? Your carbs, you have a protein, okay? Your fats, your carbs, and your protein, mostly. And then you have your what? Your veggies, okay? So every meal in general should have a balanced diet, okay? Fats, carbs, protein, veggies. Now, but here's the tricky part, okay? The tricky part comes in when you have maybe a potential health condition, all right? So for example, if somebody is already pre-diabetic or if they are diabetic. Now, by the way, guys, this is just for information purposes only. Don't take this as gospel. If you have any more questions about health-related matters, you want to consult your doctor, right? So check this out. So if you're pre-diabetic, for example, or you're already diabetic, well, guess what? The ratio, how much fat, how much carbs, how much protein, how much veggies you eat will be completely different. So let's say, for example, you're perfectly healthy. You might be eating, I don't know, let's break it down. Let's say 30%, and let me see, and maybe 10% here, for example, right? But If you are somebody who is diabetic, well, your doctor might tell you, well, you shouldn't be eating too much carbs. All right. Now, also depends on what kind of diet plan or lifestyle you're on. For example, for people who love the keto lifestyle, well, guess what? They don't believe in eating any carbs whatsoever or very limited amount of carbs. So again, the ratio, so their carbs might be like almost at 0%. And then your protein might be much higher, maybe like 50%. The fats generally is higher, maybe like 40%. And the veggies, because veggies is a type of carb. It's what's called a cruciferous carbs, right? That might be also at maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 10%, right? So it all depends on what kind of lifestyle you're on, eating lifestyle you're on, what kind of health status you're on, and also depends on your activity level. For example, if somebody is running marathons, right? Well, they want to carb load. For example, assuming they believe in eating carbs. There's some people out there that don't like eating carbs, so that's okay. So what type of food to eat really depends on, like I said, your health status, right? Your activity level, and also your age. You see what I'm saying? So the question is, what is the ratio going to be? What is the ratio going to be? Now, for each person, it's going to be completely different. All right. So if I had you as a client, what will happen, Case? I will sit down with you. I'll figure out, well, what is your lifestyle situation? Okay. What is your health status like? And what is your goal? What's your overall goal? What are your likes and your dislikes in terms of the food that you like to eat and the foods you don't like to eat? And with that, we create a customized plan. And that's what I do with all my clients. So I cannot really tell you exactly what food to eat because I don't know your unique situation. However, conceptually, okay, you want to make sure that, assuming you have good health, you want to make sure that you're incorporating fats, carbs, protein, and veggies into your what? Into your eating plan. All right, now, I know there's some programs out there that say, do not eat fat. Well, guess what? Your brain, your body needs a certain amount of fat. Your brain has fat, right? You have to be eating certain kind of fats called omega-3s. Omega-3s, okay? Because there has to be a balance, and I don't want to get too technical here, guys. A balance between your omega-3 levels and your omega-6 levels, fatty acids level, right? If they're off balance, that's what creates inflammation in your body. And when that happens, it makes it very, very hard for you to lose weight if you have inflammation in your body, okay? But I don't want to go too detailed about that right now because that is not the topic of today's conversation. So understand, Kay, that you want to have a balanced diet, right? But you want to be able to create a customized plan based on your activity level, your health status, and your overall goal, and incorporate these elements. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, type in the comment section below. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. All right. So if you are listening to this right now, you're like, man, Patrick, that is some powerful information, but I have no idea how to create a plan around this. Okay. What you want to do is very simple. Type in the comment section below, need a plan. Need a plan. And what I'm going to do is send you some information on how we can work together and creating a customized plan for you. If you're like, Patrick, man, I just need a plan. I want to lose weight. This is too much information. Just help me create a plan. Type in the comment section below, need a plan, and we can go from there, okay? All right, perfect. Now, moving on to question number 3. Are you guys liking this information? If you're enjoying this, do me a favor, click on the like button for me. That way I keep fired up and excited. All right, cool. Now, question number 3, very, very important. Very, very important is Kay wants to know what types of food to avoid. What types of food to avoid. So you see, when you're trying to lose weight, not only is it important to eat the right kind of food to make sure you're eating a balanced diet, you also have to avoid certain kinds of food. Because guess what? If you're eating the wrong kind of food, you might be negating everything that you're doing. In terms of what? In terms of trying to lose weight so you can get healthy, right? Now, the first kind of food you want to avoid, very simple. Any kind of processed food. Processed food. Now, why is that? Because conceptually speaking, you have to think concept. You see, guys, when I sit down with a client, we talk about strategies. We talk about strategies, how to go from point A to point B. And then from a strategic standpoint, come up with a customized plan. Because each person is different. That's why, guys, all those plans that you come across online, that they'll be like, buy this plan for $10, this recipe plan for $10, then you help you lose weight. They do not work, because guess what? They're not customized to the individual and the particular lifestyle situation, right? So what you want to understand is, from a conceptual level, when you want to lose weight, your goal is to what? To reduce inflammation. To reduce inflammation. Now, inflammation is caused by the type of food that you eat. And what is inflammation? Very simple. Inflammation is an injury that's happening on the inside of your body. So it's kind of like this. If you cut yourself right now, what happens? You're going to bleed, right? And that area, if the cut is not deep enough, might turn red. That's an inflammation. You injured yourself. The same thing is happening on the inside of your body. And how does it happen? Because of the kind of food you're eating, right? Now, there's certain food you're eating right now, believe it or not, that are quote-unquote healthy, that are actually causing injury in your body. You'll be blown away, guys. By certain food you're eating right now, you think are healthy, that are causing problems in your body, right? But that is not the topic of this conversation. So what you want to do is reduce inflammation in your body. And one way is by what? Making sure you avoid all processed food. All processed food. So what's an example of a processed food? Well, generally speaking, anything you buy that's in a package, all right, that's in a package that has more than one ingredient on the ingredient list. You understand? For example, if you go to the store and you buy a bag of rice, for example, right? Well, guess what? More than likely, the bag of rice is not going to create inflammation in your body, because it has what? One ingredient. Now, if you go and you buy one of those TV dinners, you look on the bag, more than likely has like 50 ingredients on it. More than likely is going to create inflammation in your body, because what? They have chemicals and ingredients in them that create havoc in your body. The TV dinner is convenient, but it's not good for you, right? So processed food you want to avoid, okay? Secondly, you want to avoid things that have what I call hydrogenated oil. Okay, bad for your body, okay? Bad for your body. So examples, generally speaking, any kind of junk food, your donuts, your pies, things of that nature, all right? All those things, you want to avoid them, okay? Now, look, I'm not saying you're going to have to avoid them for the rest of your life. You just like me, I love to eat dessert, okay? I eat dessert occasionally because guess what? Life is all about balance. However, in the beginning of your weight loss journey, you want to lose weight, you want to minimize the processed food, like the TV dinners, right? You want to minimize the junk food that contains hydrogenated oil. Like what? Like your donuts, like your, like I said, your pies and things of that nature. Things that have excess processed sugar in it, you want to avoid totally. When you do those two things alone, guess what? You're going to see great result. All right? Now, does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense, Kay? If you got that, if that makes sense to you, type in "makes sense" in the comment section below. I want to make sure that you're getting this information. All right? Cool. So moving on to question number 4. Now, guys, remember, if you two have questions about how to lose weight, how to get in shape, what kind of foods to eat, if any of this stuff I'm sharing with you right now, you still have some more questions, feel free to type them in the comment section below, okay? Or you can send me a direct message via Facebook on my fan page by just clicking on the send message button on my Facebook fan page, and you can reach me directly in case you're shy about submitting your questions, okay? Cool. If you're still enjoying this and you're still with me, click on the like button, all right? I'll appreciate it. Now, question number 4 from Kay. Question number 4. How many times should I eat in a given day? That's a good question. How many times should I eat in a given day? Now, since we're talking about losing weight and not bodybuilding, because if you're trying to build muscle like bodybuilders, the way they eat is completely different. okay, than somebody that's trying to lose weight. You understand? So the first thing you got to figure out is what exactly is your goal? What is your time frame? What is your lifestyle situation like? All right. Maximum though, in my expert opinion, and I've trained many people for a long time. I've been at this for a very, very long time. In general, no more than 3 times a day. No more than, so less than 3 times per day is what you should be eating, okay? Less than 3 times, well, no more than 3 times a day. Less than equals 3 times a day, okay? So 3 meals a day at most is what you should be eating. That's for everybody. But if you want to lose weight, do so relatively quickly, right? Then you want to get on a different kind of eating plan, which is essentially intermittent fasting. All right, whereby you're eating less than 3 times a day. You understand? So at most, you want to eat 3 times a day, right? But if you want to see great result, if you want to achieve your result a lot sooner, you want to be doing intermittent fasting. That's what I teach my personal training clients. Now the question becomes, what kind of intermittent fasting should you be doing? All right, and it all depends on, again, your current health situation, your activity level, what your whole overall lifestyle look like, what your age is. So I cannot tell you exactly which intermittent fasting protocol plan you should be following. The different kinds of intermittent fasting plans. Okay, so to answer your question, how many times per day should you be eating? No more than 3 in general. However, if you want to see better results, you want to be doing intermittent fasting. However, you've got to do it the right way. All right. So if you need help creating a plan based on everything I've talked about so far, because you're like, man, Patrick, this is like a lot of information. They're good information, but it's a lot. I feel like I'm drinking out of a fire hose right now, right? Please just help me create a plan. The intermittent fasting sounds good. Can you help me out? All right. If that is the case, type in the comment section below, need a plan. Need a plan. I'm going to reach out to you. Or what you can do, you can send me a private email to bodybypatrickfitness@gmail.com. That is bodybypatrickfitness@gmail.com. One more time, body, BODY, by BY, Patrick, PATRICK, fitness@gmail.com. You can send your, direct request over there, okay? Does that make sense? Cool. So you want to go with no more than 3 meals a day, plus, if you want to actually better result, do intermittent fasting the right way. Because if you do the wrong way, you can end up hurting yourself, okay? So once again, if you need help with that, type in the comment section below, need a plan. All right, cool. Fantastic. Moving on. We're almost there, guys. Hang with me. We're almost there. So question number 5 is this. How many calories to eat for weight loss, right? How many calories should I eat in order to lose weight, essentially? That's a very, very good question, okay? Now, once again, before I answer that question, you have to understand how many calories you eat depending on, again, your activity level. How much are you exercising? What kind of exercise are you doing? Are you just doing cardio? Are you doing cardio and weightlifting? Are you just doing weightlifting? All right. Very, very important. Okay. Your age. Are you over the age of 25? Are you close to 50 years old? Are you below the age of 25? That's also very important. Okay. Your health status. Okay. If you have like some serious health problems, well, that will also affect how many calories you should be eating in a given day, okay? But as a general rule of thumb, what you want to do is take 10 to 15 calories per pound of body weight. So for example, if you weigh 150 pounds, the general amount of calories you should be eating should be about what? 1,500, okay? To what? To about 15 times 15 is what? 225, is that right? 1,500 to 225 calories per day. No. 2,250 calories per day. That's the range of calories you should be eating. However, if your activity level is way, way high, you might have to eat more than that. Otherwise, guess what? You're going to end up ruining your metabolism. If you're eating too low calories and you're exercising a lot, for example, if you're doing a lot of weightlifting, guess what? If you don't eat enough calories, your muscle is going to break down, your metabolism is going to break down, and you're going to end up becoming skinny fat. You're going to have flabby skin. Have you ever seen people that lose weight, but then they have very fat, they're very loose skin, like very flabby skin, right? That's what's called skinny fat. So if you don't eat enough calories, that's what's going to happen to you. You understand? So what you want to do is make sure you create a plan. You eat it that incorporates enough calories based on your activity level. You understand? So if you need help with that, again, I don't have time in today's conversation to go into detail on how to do that for each person. But if you need a plan, if you need a plan or need help in creating a concrete plan that incorporates the exact amount of calories you should be eating to lose weight successfully without starving yourself, without depriving yourself, type in "need a plan" in the comment section below. You understand? Very good. Moving on. Okay, guys, we are down to the final question. Question number 6, which is, what is the cutoff time to eat dinner in order to avoid gaining weight? Okay, so Kay wants to know, what is the cutoff time to eating dinner in order to avoid gaining weight? Very good question. And the answer is it also depends. All right, it also depends because guess what? Do you have a regular 9-to-5 job? You have a regular 9-to-5 job? Are you exercising? Okay. Are you just eating regularly, or are you doing intermittent fasting? Okay. So all those will come into play in terms of what time you eat dinner. And remember, guys, dinner is different. The time for dinner is different from person to person, depending on your lifestyle. For example, if I'm a nurse and I work 13-hour shifts, well, guess what? My dinner time will be completely different from your dinner time if you work 9 to 5 and come home by 5 p.m. You understand? Or like me, I'm a dad, I'm married, I got 2 little kids, I come home, well, the dinner time is generally my dinner time too, right? So we kind of eat dinner together. So each person's dinner time is different, depend on their lifestyle situation, right? And depend on the kind of eating habit they have adopted. For example, like I mentioned earlier, if you're doing intermittent fasting, your dinner time will be completely different based on your what? Your current lifestyle schedule. You understand? So there is no set dinner time, cutoff time to avoid gaining weight. What you want to understand is the strategy behind dinner time. So what do I mean by that? Well, in general, most people consider dinner time as the time they eat food before they go to sleep, correct? You understand? Most people, dinner time is they eat dinner and then shortly thereafter they go to sleep. So keeping that in mind, what you want to do is you want to minimize the amount of carbs you're eating before you go to sleep, because guess what? In general, most people do not work out while they're sleeping, right? You don't work out while you're sleeping, okay? So you want to minimize the amount of carbs you're eating at that time. Now, that also depends on the kind of eating plan you're on. Are you doing keto, right? Are you doing Mediterranean, all right? That's, so it depends, okay? So, but generally speaking, strategically speaking, what you should be more focused on, Kay, is that you want to make sure that at dinner time, whatever time that is for you, you want to minimize how much carbs you're eating, because you don't need carbs, which is the body's primary source of energy. No, the body's preferred source of energy, right, for doing work. So if you're not going to be working out while sleeping, why are you eating a lot of carbs? You understand? So, but if you're working 9 to 5, a regular schedule, a time I would recommend for you is no later than 6 p.m. All right, if you want to know a set time. All right, just a general response to that question. All right, if you want to know for your specific situation, if you should be doing a regular eating schedule, or if you should be doing intermittent fasting, and if so, what kind of eating protocol should you be following? What kind of eating plan should you be following to make sure that you're eating enough calories, you're not starving yourself, you're seeing results, and you are achieving your goals, all right? type in the comment section below, need a plan, and I'll reach out to you with how to go about doing that, okay? So guys, that is everything. That was all the questions we had. All right, sent it by KK. I want to congratulate you. I want to thank you for sending these questions once again. I truly, truly appreciate it. And once again, guys, if you too have questions about getting in shape, about losing weight, what to eat, what not to eat, like what kind of exercise you should be doing, guess what? Once again, feel free to type in those questions below, right? Below, or send me a private message using my Facebook send button on this page. Or you can send your questions to bodybypatrickfitness@gmail.com. All right? Now, guys, to wrap this up, if you like everything you've heard so far, all right, and you're excited about everything you've heard so far, guess what? This is just the tip of the iceberg, all right? It's one thing to know all this information, but guess what? You have to put everything together into a plan, right? Right now, I'm giving you, some information about this part. But guess what? You need a concrete, customized plan for your particular situation. So at this point, you have two choices, really. Two choices. You can take all the information I've shared with you today, right? And go figure out how to put the pieces together into a plan for yourself. And you can do that. Right? You can go online and try to figure out how to get my keto plan in place, how to get my intermittent plan in place, right? How to put what kind of exercise program I should be doing to combine with my eating plan. You can do that. Go do all the research out there, right? And spend time and energy to figure it out. That's one approach. Now, if you're a busy person like me, there's a smarter, faster approach, and that is to leverage the expertise of someone like myself, whereby I'll be able to talk to you and say, hey, okay, this is exactly what you need to be doing to achieve that weight loss goal. All right, that will save you a lot of time, a lot of stress, a lot of energy, because guess what? I've been doing this for over 15 years. I too have had to lose weight several times in my life. 5 different times in my life. So I know exactly what you need to do to get there. All right. And this is what I do every single day. So you can leverage my knowledge, my expertise, and my experience when it comes to trying to lose weight the right way, without starving yourself, without using diet, without going on diets, without counting calories till you lose your mind, without over exercising, without using fat burners, diet pills, all those crazy things. How to lose weight safely, effectively, and do so relatively quickly. All right. If you like that approach better and you need help putting together this whole plan, type in the comment section below, need a plan, and we can make it happen for you. All right. Once again, guys, I want to thank you so much for being here with me. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you found value. And if you did, do me a favor, click on the share button and share this video with your friends, with your family, anybody that you think will benefit from this information. Share it on your page, all right? And secondly, depending on where you're watching this video from, if you're on Facebook watching this, if you haven't already done so, if you want to be notified the next time I go live, make sure you click like my page. That way you are notified automatically the next time I go live. If you're on YouTube watching this, you want to click on the subscribe button. That way, and click on that bell. That way you're notified when I go live and when I post a video presentation in the future, okay? So, with all that being said, once again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Have yourself a super duper great day. Bye for now.